Hello students, in today's video we will learn equivalent fraction. So what do you mean by equivalent? Equivalent means equal. So fractions that represent the same part of the whole are called equivalent fraction. Let me explain you through a diagram. Half, 2 upon 4, 3 upon 6. What are these? These are the shaded part representing these three figures. In the first part, from the whole one circle, I have divided half of the circle. That means half out of 2. There are two parts that I have divided of this circle, and one part out of it is shaded. So my fraction of the shaded part becomes 1 upon 2. Similarly, for the second circle, I have divided this circle in 4 equal parts, out of which I have shaded the 2. So the fraction of the shaded part will be 2 upon 4. And in the third one, I have divided the circle in 6 equal parts, from which I have shaded 3 parts, and this fraction of shaded part gives me 3 upon 6. Now children, if you observe, all of my 3 parts are same. Just see, if I ignore this line, I could see that exactly half of it is shaded. If I ignore these lines, I can still see that 3 parts means half of it is shaded. So in short, half is same as 2 upon 4 is same as 3 upon 6. That means even if the number changes, the value does not change. This is known as equivalent fraction. Now let us see we get equivalent fraction by two ways. To find equivalent fraction, we multiply or divide both the numerator and denominator with the same non-zero number. Now let me explain you the first one. I have taken example number 1, 2 upon 6. As you can see, 2 upon 6 is a smaller fraction. So I would suggest you all that whenever you have a smaller fraction and you all are asked to convert it into an equivalent fraction, you prefer doing multiplication. So here I have taken a number 2. If you all can see, I have taken the number 2. Not necessary that you have to take only 2. You can take any natural number starting from 1. So I have taken 2. So 2 multiplied by 2 is 4 and 6 multiplied by 2 is 12. So the first equivalent fraction that I got after 2 upon 6 is 4 upon 12. I can also do it as 2 upon 6 multiplied by 7 upon 7. So this answer gives me 14 upon 42. So children, you can take any number to multiply the fraction and you can make it equivalent. This was case number 1 where I can get equivalent fraction by multiplication. Now I will tell you case number 2 where I will get equivalent fraction by division. I have taken example number 2, 40 upon 50. Now children, as you all can see, 40 upon 50, I have divided it by 2. Here I have done division. Same way, even in the division, when you are thinking of some number to divide, you have to do it by both the numerator and denominator. So when I divide 20, I get the answer as 20 upon 25. I have also divided 40 upon 50 by 5. I get the answer as 8 upon 10. I have also divided 40 upon 50 by 10. I got the answer as 4 upon 5. The very first question that should arise is, when we multiply, we can take any number, any natural number to multiply. But it is not in this case when we divide. When we divide, you have to only think of a common factor which will divide both your numerator and denominator. So if you have observed children, I have taken the common factors. Just see 2 is divisible to 40 as well as 50. Then 5 is divisible to 40 as well as 50. And finally 10, which is divisible by 40 and 50. So in division, please note, for division, when we divide, when we use division to find equivalent fraction from a given fraction, we have to consider only the common factors. So when I divide by 2, I get 20 upon 25. When I divide by 5, I get 8 upon 10. And when I divide by 10, I get 4 upon 5. So I have got 3 equivalent fractions to 40 upon 50 when I divide. Those are 20 by 25, 8 by 10 and 4 by 5. I hope you all have understood equivalent fraction in a better way, children. Thank you. Have a nice day.